So good afternoon, everyone. Today is the last topic in the first unit. So that is DC coupling and cascaded differential amplifier. So the with this we with the today's topic we will conclude the first unit, and and tomorrow we'll solve some example problems, that is previous paper problems. So and tomorrow we'll go through previous papers. What are the questions they are asking in the exams, external exams, right? What are the questions you may get in internal, in first internal? Okay. So we'll discuss in tomorrow class. Okay. So after completion of the problems, we'll go through the previous papers. Okay. So coming to the last topic of today's class. So that is DC coupling and cascaded differential amplifier stages. DC coupling and cascaded differential amplifier stages. So this is the last topic. Okay, this is the last topic of today's class: DC coupling and cascaded differential amplifier stages. So before going to learn about DC coupling and cascading of differential amplifier stages. So first we have to learn. You need to know what is coupling. You know this is a fundamental uh, definition of the coupling. Coupling, you already learned you already seen the multi-stage amplifiers, right? In the electronic circuit analysis subject, right? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you did the experiment also in the laboratory itself. Okay, right? Two-stage amplifier, nothing but multi-stage amplifier, right?
Yes, sir.
So so yeah, here in that in the two stage or multi stage amplifier, we use RC coupling. We use RC coupling. But here coming to operational amplifier, op amp, we in the op amp, in the internal stages of op amp, we use differential amplifiers, right? We already discussed in the starting classes. In the internal stages of operational amplifier ICs, we use differential amplifier circuits, right? So in the op amp, the most preferable coupling is DC coupling. DC coupling nothing but direct coupling. DC coupling, DC nothing but not direct current. It is direct coupling. Okay, DC coupling nothing but it is direct coupling. Okay, so in the last in the two stage amplifier, multi stage amplifier, what you learned in the ECA, we used RC coupling. We use RC coupling, right? So before going to types of coupling, first initially it's a very important short answer question. What is coupling? What is DC coupling? Right? So so what is coupling means? If you observe, if you see the definition, it's a very simple definition. It is the way of interconnecting two circuits. That means combining or joining two circuits by means of components or without components. By means of components or without components, we have to connect two multiple circuits. We have to connect multiple circuits, right? Suppose if you want to connect two circuits in the RC multi-stage amplifier, RC two-stage amplifier, you use collector resistance RC and you use coupling capacitor CC, right? Do you remember? గుర్తుందా మీకు? RC
Yes, sir.
two stage differential amplifier లో we use your collector resistance. The output from the first stage, that is from the collector resistance, is connected to base of the next stage through coupling capacitor, nothing but blocking capacitor. That is also called blocking capacitor. Blocking capacitor means blocks DC, allows AC. What is the functioning of blocking capacitor? It blocks DC voltage, allows AC signal. Okay, so the right. So in that circuit, the two stage amplifier which we learned in the last semester, that means TCA subject. So we use components, resistance RC and coupling capacitor CC. So we connected in that circuit, we connected two circuits using components. Those two components are resistor and capacitor. If you observe the, wait a minute, yeah, yeah, is it visible?
Yes,
The
sir.
circuit RC coupled amplifier, right? So if you observe this circuit, see the collector resistance of transistor T1 is that means output of the first stage, nothing but output of the first stage is measured from the collector of T1, right? Transistor T1 is connected to base of transistor 2, that is next stage, through the capacitor coupling capacitor CC, nothing but blocking capacitor, right? Here we use two components RC and CC to connect the two stages. To connect the two stages, we use R and C, right? We use R and C, right? So nothing but it is called RC coupling. It is called RC coupling. See, it is a way of interconnecting two circuits. That means combining or joining two circuits by means of components. Sometimes we use components to connect the circuits, like RC, resistance and capacitance components we use to connect two stages, right? Sometimes without components. Sometimes without components. This without components, the connection of the two circuits without components, nothing but direct coupling. Nothing but direct coupling. Nothing but we are directly connecting first stage output to the next stage without using any components, without using any component, through any conducting medium, through by using any wire, connecting wire, we directly taken the output of the first stage and connected to input of the next stage. We directly connected through a conducting wire without help of any resistor or capacitor, nothing but it is directly coupling. We are having RC coupling, already chosen, right? RC coupling, we use collector resistance and CC coupling capacitor to connect output of the one stage to the input of the next stage, right? Similarly, we are having one more coupling. We are having one more coupling. See, there are different types of coupling, depends upon the types of the components or devices that are used to connect one circuit with the other circuit, one circuit with the other circuit, right? The first type is direct coupling. Direct coupling already discussed. What is direct coupling means? We are interconnecting two stages without need of any components, without components, right? Next one, RC coupling. RC coupling means to connect two stages we use resistor and capacitor. Next, transformer coupling. Transformer coupling means we use inductor and capacitor combination. Inductor and capacitor combination, nothing but what is that circuit? Anyone?
The LC circuit.
LC circuit, right? Good. Tank circuit, which is also called tank circuit. Also called tank circuit. It is observed in the oscillators, right? LC oscillators, right? So that is called transformer coupling. We are connected two circuits using tank circuit. That is nothing but transformer coupling. Nothing but transformer coupling, right? If you observe, someone please mute. Right. So this is RC coupled, right? Already discussed. We connected two stages using resistance and capacitor component. That's why it is called RC coupled circuit, right? RC coupled circuit. Yeah. Now, is it visible? Is it visible?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So this is this one is transformer coupling. This one is transformer coupling. So here we use inductor transformer to connect first stage and second stage. Transformer coupling. Right. Third one, direct coupling. We are not used any component between stage 1 and stage 2, between first circuit and second circuit. We are directly connected output of the first stage, that is taken from the collector of Q1 to the base of input of the Q2, that is to the base of Q2 through a single conducting wire. Nothing but direct coupling. Direct coupling. So is it clear? Three types of couplings.
Yes, sir.
Right. So there are three types of coupling based on the types of the components that are using to connect, to interconnect two circuits. Direct coupling, RC coupling, transformer coupling. So RC coupling already discussed. Typically there will be a resistor in the collector output. This is connected to next stage through a capacitor. This is known as RC coupling. Transformer coupling, instead of resistor in collector, we can use tank circuit, that is LC parallel circuit. This is known as transformer coupling. Direct coupling, it means there is no intermediate device between two circuits. There is no intermediate components between two circuits that we are joining. That is, output of first stage will connect to input of second stage directly. Direct using conducting wire, we can connect output of first stage to the input of second stage. Nothing but direct coupling. Okay. Among the three coupling types, the RC coupling is generally mostly preferred coupling is RC coupling. Generally most preferred coupling is RC coupling, right? Why RC coupling is mostly preferred means, if you observe this circuit, this RC, right? If you observe this circuit, so this is the output of first stage, right? From this point we are taking output of first stage, isn't it? Right? From the collector of T1 we are taking the output, isn't it? Right? So that collector of that output of the transistor 1 is applied to base of transistor 2 through coupling capacitor. Through coupling capacitor. So if you observe this circuit, coupling capacitor and R2, we are applying output of stage 1 as input to this coupling capacitor. As input to this coupling capacitor. ఈ స్టేజ్ అవుట్పుట్ ని మనం ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఈ కెపాసిటర్ కి ఇన్పుట్ కింద ఇస్తున్నాం. If you observe the formation of this collector and resistor circuit, how it looks like, anyone? Anyone? A circuit ఎలా ఉందమ్మా? కెపాసిటర్ అండ్ రెసిస్టర్ R2. సర్క్యూట్ చూస్తే మీకు ఎలా అనిపిస్తుంది? Any idea? Sorry, not audible, not clear. Anyone? This capacitance is connected with resistance.
High pass filter.
Right. It looks like high pass filter. It acts as high pass filter. What is high pass filter functioning? Which attenuates low frequency signals. High pass filter passing the high frequency signals attenuate the low frequency signals. Low frequency signals nothing but they are almost equal to DC signal. DC nothing but zero frequency, right? DC signal nothing but zero frequency, right? So because of this RC coupling, the DC signal coming along with this output of your transistor 1. Here the output of transistor nothing, transistor 1 is nothing but AC signal, right? So along with AC signal, there will be a possibility of appearance of DC signal. DC nothing but some noise. DC signal nothing but some noise. That is low frequency signals. So because of this RC coupling, which acts as high pass RC circuit, which attenuates low frequency signal. That means it attenuates that noise DC signals. It acts as filter, high pass filter, nothing but it filters the DC component present in the AC signal, AC output signal of stage 1. It filters the DC component present in the AC output signal of stage 1. It filters the DC component and applied as input to base of T2. That is the advantage of RC coupling. Because of that high pass combination, it attenuates DC signals, zero level signals, zero frequency signals, right? Zero frequency level signal. That means or low frequency signal. That means some noise signals. Due to that noise signal generally generated due to some atmospheric interference, electromagnetic interference, due to some mismatching of components. Sometimes suppose మనం డిజైన్ చేసినప్పుడు some 5 kilo ohms resistance కావాలి, collector resistance, but in the laboratories we are having only 4.7 kilo ohms. That means there is some mismatching, right? Due to some mismatching there will some noise signals. Similarly, due to temperature effect, already discussed in the last class, due to some deviations, variance in the temperature also we get some signals, noise signals, right? Those low frequency signals are filtered using this high pass circuit before applied as input to the second stage. Before applied as input to the second stage. That is the advantage of RC. That's why they are always preferring RC coupling to couple two stages, to couple or to connect two stages, right? Right? But coming to operational amplifier, op amp, where we are going to use differential amplifiers in the internal stage of operational amplifier. Coming to IC technology, we preferred direct coupling only. Why we prefer direct coupling? Even though there are a lot of advantages with RC coupling, why we are preferring direct coupling in IC technology, right? So before going to learn about direct coupling, that is what is the significance of direct coupling, why in the IC technology, why we prefer direct coupling instead of RC coupling, right? So ఎందుకు prefer చేస్తున్నాం?
Reduce size, sir.
Yeah, we'll discuss amma, we'll discuss. Okay, so DC so this is a definition of DC coupling. It's a very important short answer question. It is the transfer of electrical energy by means of physical contact via a conductive medium, in contrast to inductive and capacitive coupling. In contrast to inductive and capacitive coupling. That means transfer of electrical energy, nothing but the output of first stage is connected to input of second stage. That means transfer of electrical energy by means of physical contact via a conducting wire. That means without taking the help of any additional component, that is RC or LC, transformer coupling, or RC, without taking the help of those components. In contrast to inductive and capacitive coupling, we use a conducting wire to transfer the electrical energy from one stage to another stage, or from one circuit to another circuit. Nothing but DC coupling. DC nothing but direct coupling, where DC means direct coupling. Okay, is it clear? Right. So by direct coupling, with the help of direct coupling, in addition to transferring the AC signal, the first stage also provides DC bias to the next stage. The first stage also provides the DC bias to the next stage. Thus, the DC blocking capacitors CC are not used to interconnect the circuits. In the direct coupling, already discussed. In the direct coupling, we are not going to use any components to connect two circuits. We are directly connecting using a conducting wire. We are not using any DC blocking capacitor or coupling capacitor to connect one stage to another stage, right? That is what he discussed, right? So why DC coupling? Why DC coupling is preferred in IC technology? See, IC nothing but which are ICs nothing but which are very small in size, right? మన ఫింగర్ మీద ఇంతకు వస్తుంది. మన ఫింగర్ సైజ్ మనం చూసుకుంటే ఐసీ ఎంత ఉంటుంది? ఆపరేషనల్ యాంప్లిఫైర్ ఐసీస్ చూసుంటారు. 741 ఐసీ, టైమర్ ఐసీస్ చూసుంటారు. 555 టైమర్ ఐసీస్, right? So like that, op amps are ICs, small in size. If you add coupling devices, if we add or if we use coupling devices, nothing but capacitance, inductance to couple the stages, the size of the circuit gets increased. The size of the circuit gets increased, and it will affect the performance. And also the cost of the circuit also gets increased. And one more drawback, one more problem is, since large coupling devices like capacitors or inductors can't be fabricated on chip. So while doing the fabrication of an IC integrated circuit, if we use a transformer coupling, that is inductor capacitor combination, or RC coupling, that is resistor and capacitor combination, those capacitors and inductors are very large in size. So it is difficult to fabricate those capacitors and inductors on a single semiconductor crystal, that is silicon semiconductor crystal, right? It is very difficult to fabricate, right? And they are bulk in size. Inductor nothing but it is bulk in size, right? So it is difficult to fabricate. If you use that inductor or capacitor, the size of the circuit gets increased. So if we use that inductor and capacitor, the cost of the circuit also increases, and the performance capability also gets decreased. So to overcome that problem, to simplify the fabrication process in the IC technology, we preferred direct coupling instead of RC coupling. To overcome those drawbacks, that is fabrication is a major drawback. It is very difficult to fabricate capacitor and inducting devices, right? So to overcome that problem and to reduce the one person is saying, one student, right, to reduce the size, right? It's a very important to reduce the circuit size. IC అంటే తెలుసు కదా, మీరు జనరల్ గా మీరు కనెక్ట్ చేసే సర్క్యూట్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి? బ్రెడ్ బోర్డ్ మీద 2 స్టేజ్ యాంప్లిఫైర్ చూసారు కదా, రైట్? 2 స్టేజ్ యాంప్లిఫైర్ సర్క్యూట్ మీరు కనెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు బ్రెడ్ బోర్డ్ మీద ఎంత క్లమ్జీగా ఉంటుంది. అది 2 స్టేజ్. సపోజ్ మల్టిపుల్ స్టేజ్ కనెక్ట్ చేయాల్సి వచ్చింది, సపోజ్ ఒక 5 స్టేజెస్, సపోజ్ ఒక 10 స్టేజెస్ కనెక్ట్ చేయాల్సి వచ్చింది, right? While connecting the number of stages using capacitors or the inductors, the number of components gets increased. So when the number of components will get utilization of number of components gets increasing, the cost of the circuit increases, as well as the size of the circuit also gets increased, and it's very difficult to fabricate that multiple components, number of components, and the interconnections. So ప్రతి కాంపోనెంట్, ఒక కాంపోనెంట్ నుంచి ఇంకో కాంపోనెంట్ కనెక్ట్ చేయాలంటే we have to use some interconnection, some wires వాడతాం మనం కనెక్షన్ అప్పుడు. So that interconnection, those are very difficult to fabricate on a semiconductor chip. That's why they are preferring direct coupling instead of capacitor and inductor coupling in the multi-stage amplifiers. Is it clear? All of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right. So that is coming to advantages. Low pass filter. It acts as low pass filter, improved low frequency response. So in the RC coupling, it acts as high pass filter. the connection, the interconnection acts as high pass filter. But here that it is, we are connecting two stages using a single wire, single conducting wire, where we are not using any blocking capacitor, DC blocking capacitor, right? That means we are allowing low frequency signals also. We are allowing low frequency signals. We are allowing low frequency signals also. That's why it acts as low pass filter when you connect the two circuits with a single conducting wire, and it reduces the circuit cost and circuit size also. Reduce circuit cost and circuit size, and minimize the offset errors. What is offset? Already discussed. If you are not applying any input, if you are not applying any input to any circuit, if the input is 0, output should be 0. But in the practical scenario, real time, we are not getting 0 output. We are getting some error output, right? That error output for a 0 input, nothing but that is offset voltage. That error value is offset voltage, right? So these are the advantages of direct coupling, minimizing of offset errors, right? So now coming to cascading differential amplifier stages. So you people are aware of two-stage amplifier, right? Where we use two transistors, right? In the two-stage amplifier, we use two transistors, Q1 and Q2. అంతే కదా, ఈసీఏలో మనం యూజ్ చేసిన ఎన్ని ట్రాన్సిస్టర్స్? టూ ట్రాన్సిస్టర్సే కదా, రైట్?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but coming to cascading of differential amplifier, in the differential amplifier, one differential amplifier only we use two transistors. But here cascading of differential amplifier stages, if you cascade two stages, that means we use four transistors. We use four transistors, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Okay, so cascading differential amplifier stages. What is cascading means? Combining or connecting number of circuits in series. You know the definition, right? What is cascading? It's a means of combining or connecting number of circuits in series, right? Why cascading? Why cascading? In order to improve the overall gain of the circuit, cascading of different stages is used. In order to improve the gain, overall gain of the circuit, we use cascading. If you observe two-stage amplifier output, I think you all the people are done the experiment with two-stage amplifier. Is it correct? You finish your internal laboratory exams also. Gurtunda?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you observe the output of multi-stage amplifier, we are getting gain almost in the range of 100 to 90. Isn't it? Gain in dBs ఎంత వచ్చేదమ్మా? 100 నుంచి అరౌండ్ 50 వరకు వచ్చేది, అంతేనా? టూ స్టేజ్ యాంప్లిఫైర్ అవుట్పుట్ గుర్తుందా? టూ స్టేజ్ యాంప్లిఫైర్ మనం మనం ల్యాబ్ చేసినప్పుడు the output, I mean the gain is in the range of some 100, 120, 110, 100 something. Suppose అంత లార్జ్ గెయిన్ అనేది వచ్చేది. అదే జనరల్ సింగిల్ స్టేజ్ సిఈ యాంప్లిఫైర్ యూజ్ చేస్తే మనకు వచ్చే గెయిన్ ఎంత వచ్చేది? 40, 35, 50, మేబీ సమ్ టైమ్స్ 50, 40, 35 dBs లో వచ్చేది. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
That means if you observe the single stage, that means single CE amplifier output, when compared with two stage multi-stage amplifier gain, right, there will be huge change in the gain of the circuit, huge variation in the gain of the circuit. That means the gain should be improved, right? So in order to improve the overall gain of the circuit, we have to cascade the different stages, right? So how the overall gain of the cascaded circuit is increased? Nothing but if A1 is the gain of the first stage, A2 is the gain of the second stage, A3 is the gain of the third stage, then the total circuit gain, which becomes cascading, nothing but product of gains, A1 into A2 into A3, right? So the series connection of differential amplifiers is called cascading differential amplifier. Here, cascaded differential amplifier, nothing but we are connecting differential amplifiers in series. Nothing but the series connection of differential amplifiers is called cascade differential amplifier, right? Now, if you observe this circuit, this is the cascaded two-stage differential amplifier, right? Is it visible? The circuit,
Yes, sir.
is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is first stage. So this one is first stage of cascaded differential amplifier. It is second stage of cascaded differential amplifier. Okay, cascaded differential amplifier. So if you observe the circuit, the first circuit for the first stage, first differential amplifier circuit, we are applying differential input VD. That means here applying one input, non-inverting input. Non-inverting input means with 360 degrees or 0 degrees phase shift, nothing but VS1, nothing but positive plus Vs, right? Inverting input is applied to second transistor base, nothing but inverting, nothing but 180 degrees phase shift. That means minus Vs, right? Minus Vs, nothing but we are applying two inputs with equal magnitude but 180 degrees out of phase, right? If you observe the output of the first stage, we are taking the output between two collectors of the transistors. Between two collectors of the transistors. Now, what is this configuration? Anyone? We are applying two inputs. We are taking the outputs between two collectors. What is the configuration? Type of configuration?
Balanced
Dual
output.
input and
Dual input.
Balanced.
Balanced output differential amplifier. If you observe this type of configuration, we are applying two input, dual input. We are taking the output between two collectors. That is balanced output. Okay. So here the two collector resistances RC of these two transistors should be equal. Both are considered as RC1. Both the resistance are considered as RC1, and these two transistors Q1 and Q2 are perfectly matched transistors. Q1 and Q2 are perfectly matched transistors. Okay, so it is here RE1. RE1 is the emitter resistance of the first stage differential amplifier. RE1 is the emitter resistance of first stage cascaded differential amplifier. The current flowing through RE1 is 2IE1. The current flowing through RE1 is 2IE1. Why it is 2IE1? So one IE1 flowing through emitter of Q1, flowing from emitter of Q1. Another IE1 is flowing from emitter 2 of Q2. While combining these two currents, we are considering it as 2IE1. We are considering it as 2IE1. 2IE1 means IE1 plus IE1. IE1 is the current of emitter current of transistors, right? So while combining, so here one current IE1, here another current with same magnitude IE1. They are combined with this at this point, which becomes 2IE1. Which becomes 2IE1. Okay. Now, if you observe the output of first stage, this is the output of first stage, right? Which is taken from collectors of two transistors Q1 and Q2. If you observe the output of first stage, it is given as input to second stage. Input to second stage, right? So here Q2 collector connected to base of Q3 and Q1 collector is connected to base of base of Q4. Base of Q4, isn't it? If you observe, the the wire is connected, but the direct coupling, it is called direct coupling. We are not using any component in between, right? So the wire is connected from collector of Q2 to base of Q3. Another wire is connected from collector of Q1 to base of Q4. That means direct coupling, right? That means the balanced output taken from two collectors of the transistors given as input to the next stage cascaded differential amplifier. That means the output of first stage is given as input to the second stage. Thus, that means the first stage is driving the second stage. Hence, these two amplifiers are said to be cascaded. Hence, this is the first stage and this is the second stage. The output of first stage drives the second stage. That means these two stages are cascaded. Two stages are cascaded. Now, coming to second stage, here also the collector resistance are equal, which are taken as RC2, and Q3 and Q4 also perfectly match transistors. But coming to second stage, the addition component is RE complement. What are these RE complement?
Swamping resistance.
Swamping resistance. Why it is used? Swamping resistance to improve the performance of differential
Stabilization.
amplifier. Right. To improve the stability, to reduce the gain, right? To increase the linearity, to increase the input impedance, we use swamping resistance, right? In the second stage, we use swamping resistances, right? Here also, the current flowing through RU2 is 2I3. Similar to IE1, it is 2IE3. IE3 means the current flowing from emitter of Q3 taken as IE3, I3, IE3, emitter current 3. The same current will be considered here, right? Which is also same, whose magnitude same. That's why it is also take it as IE3 only. So when they are combining here, this point, which becomes 2IE3, which is flowing through RE2. Okay, but when coming to output of second stage, we are taking the output from one collector only with respect to ground. One collector with respect to ground. Nothing but single-ended output or unbalanced output. Nothing but single-ended output or unbalanced output. So what about second stage configuration? What is the type of configuration?
Dual input
Dual
unbalanced.
input, unbalanced
Yeah,
output.
dual input, unbalanced output. So here you have to know one thing. So in cascading differential amplifier, the first stage must be dual input balanced output configuration. The first stage must be dual input balanced output configuration, right? And the last stage must be dual input unbalanced output configuration. In between, మనం ఎన్ని డిఫరెన్షియల్ యాంప్లిఫైర్స్ వాడినా, ఎన్ని స్టేజెస్ యూజ్ చేసినా మనం డ్యూయల్ ఇన్పుట్ బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ అవుట్పుట్ స్టేజెస్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. బట్ కమింగ్ టు లాస్ట్ స్టేజ్ ఆఫ్ మల్టీ స్టేజ్ యాంప్లిఫైర్స్ ఆర్ క్యాస్కేడెడ్ డిఫరెన్షియల్ యాంప్లిఫైర్స్, the last stage must be unbalanced output. We have taken output with respect to single collector and the ground, right? So first stage should be dual input balanced output configuration, and the last stage must be dual input unbalanced output configuration. Gutupetukondi, it's a very important point, right? Is it clear? Right? So if you want to connect n number of stages, the first stage will be dual input balanced output, and the last stage must be dual input unbalanced output. Okay, the main requirement. So here the points are same what I discussed. while explaining. The two collector stages are equal. The two collector resistance of first stage are equal. The two collector resistance of second stage are also equal. The first stage is dual input balance output differential amplifier, which uses emitter resistance RE1 and carries the current to IE1. IE1 is the emitter current of Q1, which is same as emitter current of Q2. As the transistors are perfectly matched, Q1 and Q2, the same emitter currents flowing. Similarly, the output of first stage is given as input to second stage. That means the first stage is driving the second stage. The second stage uses pair of swamping resistance and emitter resistance RE2, which carries the current to IE3. IE3 is the emitter current of transistor Q3, which is same as emitter current of transistor Q1, as the two transistors are perfectly matched. And a single-ended unbalanced output is taken from second stage. If you connect n number of stages, the first stage will be DIBO, and the last stage must be DIUBO, unbalanced output, right? The main requirement of successful functioning of such a cascaded circuit is the perfectly matching of transistors and resistance values. ఆ రెండు perfectly match అవుతే the performance of cascading differential amplifier should be good, right? We'll get quality output, right? So to solve that problem of matching the transistor pair, we use in real time we use this ICs, transistor array ICs. CA3086 LM3146 is recommended. Okay, so what are the advantages of this transistor array ICs is like perfect electrical and thermal matching and compact in size and easy to handle. These are the advantages. So real time lo మనం ఈ ICs ని ప్రిఫర్ చేస్తాం maximum transistor arrays ga. Okay, is it clear? So that's about cascading of differential amplifier, cascaded differential amplifier, right? Now coming to last topic, level shifter or level translator. Level shifter or level translator, it's a very important essay question. Almost in every year for almost two to three sets they are asking the question about level shifter or level translator, also called level translator, right? So what it is, level shifter ante enti, what is the functioning of level shifter, right? So as we know that all the stages are directly coupling in the cascaded differential amplifier. In the cascaded differential amplifier, all the stages are directly coupled using a single conducting wire. Okay, using a conducting wire. The amplifier amplifies DC signals along with AC signals. The amplifier amplifies DC signals along with AC signals. Why? Because we are not use any coupling capacitor or blocked capacitor in between two stages. In between two stages, we are not using any capacitor, blocking capacitor, which blocks DC, allows AC. So because due to that reason, the DC signal also comes along with output of your first stage. What is the output of first stage? It is AC signal, amplified AC signal. You are giving VS1 is the input to the first stage, right? That input AC input signal gets amplified and taken from the collector of the collector of the transistor, and that output is applied as input to the next stage, right? So while taking the AC output and applied as input to the second stage, the DC signal also comes. Generally, why we preferred RC coupling ante inga cheppanu, this DC signal blocked by that coupling capacitor. DC signal nothing but low frequency signal. In the RC coupling, the CC and R combination, which acts as high pass circuit, which attenuates low frequency signals, nothing but low frequency signals, that is nothing but like DC signals. But here in the direct coupling, we are not use any coupling capacitor to block DC signals. We are simply connected the stages using a wire, a conducting wire. So there will be possibility of adding of DC, that means noise, along with your AC output, of first stage which is applied as input to the second stage, right? If that DC along with AC is applied to the second stage, that DC also gets amplified with the AC signal, right? Now the output of second stage, if you apply the output of second stage to the input of third stage, if you use third stage also, the output of second stage applied as input to the third stage, that amplified DC signal again applied as input to third stage, and in the third stage also that DC again amplified. That means that noise signals gets amplified. So if the noise signals amplified stage by stage with the number of stages, n number of stages, that DC noise signal will appear as a significant voltage, will comes as a significant voltage, which affects the final output of the device, ఆ DC amplify అవుతూ యాడ్ అవటం వల్ల మీ AC signal కి stage by stage, right, the output gets distorted. Okay, the final output swing అనేది distortion వస్తుంది, right? So to overcome that DC quiescent voltage level, right, to overcome that DC signal, to eliminate that DC signal, right, we use a level shifting circuit, a level shifter or level translator circuit. So here the same points here discussed, as we know that all the stages are direct coupled to each other, and the amplifier amplifies DC signals, and also the coupling capacitors are not used cascading the stages. Ante kada coupling capacitor we are not using, right, to cascade the stages. Hence the DC quiescent voltage level of previous stage, that means first stage, gets applied as input to the next stage along with your AC output of first stage. ఏదైతే AC output collector నుంచి తీసుకుంటున్నారో, with along with that AC signal, that DC also added, that noise signals also added, right? So hence stage by stage the DC level increases well above the ground potential, right? Such a DC voltage, high DC voltage, may cause the distortion in the output, This may limit the maximum AC output voltage swing without distortion. The last stage output ఉంటుంది కదా, ఫైనల్ స్టేజ్ లో మన క్యాస్కేడింగ్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ 3-4 స్టేజెస్ చేస్తే లాస్ట్ స్టేజ్ అవుట్పుట్ ఉంటుంది కదా, ఆ లాస్ట్ స్టేజ్ అవుట్పుట్ కూడా మనకి ఏసీఏ వచ్చేది, కానీ ఫుల్ స్వింగ్ ఉండకపోవచ్చు, ఏసీ అవుట్పుట్ వోల్టేజ్ ఫుల్ స్వింగ్ ఉండకపోవచ్చు. ఎందుకు? బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ DC amplified signal. స్టేజ్ బై స్టేజ్ మీకు DC యాడ్ అవుతుంది కనుక ఏసీతో పాటు, the output gets distorted, and this may limit the AC output voltage swing. Hence it is necessary to bring such a high DC voltage level to 0 volts. We have to bring the DC level to ground potential, right, with respect to ground. That the level shifter circuit brings the DC level to ground potential, right? So if you observe, right, this is the output with 0 DC level amma. Idi me amplifier output with 0 DC level. So if you observe the output, it is almost, hello, someone is unmuted. Yeah, right. So this is the output with 0 DC level. So that means here we observed full swing of output, right? But coming to second one, which is distorted output due to additional DC level. If there will be some significant DC level appeared along with AC signal, so DC level em chestundi, it will push the waveform to upside. So if you observe the AC, ఇది పైకి మూవ్ అవుతుంది, రైట్? ఎందుకు? here we are having a DC, right? DC లెవెల్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ మనకి, DC వోల్టేజ్ సమ్ సిగ్నిఫికెంట్ వోల్టేజ్ అనేది యాడ్ అవుతుంది. దీనివల్ల మనకి ఏసీ అనేది పైకి వెళ్తుంది, రైట్? ఏసీ సిగ్నల్ వేవ్ ఫార్మ్ అనేది పైకి మూవ్ అవటం వల్ల ఇఫ్ యూ అబ్జర్వ్ హియర్ వీఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ సాచురేషన్స్ లెవెల్. సాచురేషన్ లెవెల్స్ ఉంటాయి. సాచురేషన్ లెవెల్ మీన్స్ మాక్సిమం స్వింగ్ అమ్మ, ఇట్స్ మాక్సిమం స్వింగ్. సాచురేషన్ లెవెల్ అంటే when input is reaches to maximum, output is also reaches to maximum swing, right? This is the saturation level. But if there will be any DC level added due to direct coupling of the stages, right, the waveform shifted upwards and it crosses the saturation level, and this part of the output voltage swing, this part of the output voltage swing gets clipped. That means there will be a distortion in the output. There will be distortion in the output due to DC level. మనకు పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఏసీ అవుట్పుట్ అనేది రావట్లేదు డిసి లెవెల్. ఇక్కడైతే జీరో డిసి లెవెల్ వల్ల మనకు పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఏసీ అవుట్పుట్ వచ్చింది ఇక్కడ, రైట్? బట్ వెన్ ఎవర్ దట్ సిగ్నిఫికెంట్ డిసి లెవెల్ ఈస్ యాడెడ్ డ్యూ టు డైరెక్ట్ కప్లింగ్, రైట్, here we are not getting perfect AC swing, right? The upper part of the waveform gets clipped if you observe due to this DC level, significant DC level, right? This is what he explained. As the coupling capacitors are not used to couple the amplifier, a significant DC component appears at the output along with the AC output, right? So in order to bring this DC significant DC level to zero level, similar to this thing, similar to this diagram, in order to bring this DC level to ground potential, we use a circuit that is called level translator or level shifter. The main purpose of level translator is to shift that quiescent DC level towards ground, okay? So this is the circuit diagram of level shifter. We will discuss three circuits of level shifter because first circuit has some drawbacks to overcome by second circuit, and second circuit also have some drawbacks that is overcome by the third circuit, okay? While explained in the essay, in the external exam, you have to explain these three circuits, okay? How DC level is shifted to ground potential with the help of these three circuits, okay? So first one, this is the first circuit, which is nothing but a simple emitter follower circuit. So it is basically an emitter follower. In this circuit, if you observe this circuit, I am taking the output, okay? Here the Vin is nothing but Vin ante entante output along with DC level. Distorted output along with DC level is applied as input to this level shifter, okay? To bring the DC level to zero ground potential, we are applying this signal. We are applying this output signal along with significant DC level as the input to this level shifter circuit. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. ఈ సిగ్నల్ ని డిస్టార్టెడ్ అవుట్పుట్ సిగ్నల్ ని విత్ DC లెవెల్ మనం ఈ లెవెల్ షిఫ్టర్ కి ఇస్తున్నాం. ఎందుకు? ఈ వీన్ అనేది distorted output with DC level. So what is the expected output means ఈ DC లెవెల్ అనేది జీరోకి వచ్చేసి ఈ ఫుల్ స్వింగ్ వచ్చేయాలి మనకి, right? That is the expected output of this level shifter or level translator circuit, okay? So while using this circuit, what is the output of this circuit is V naught equal to, here output is taken across R, resistance R. So here the output of this circuit level shifter is Vin minus VBE. V naught equal to Vin minus VBE, which is nothing but V naught. If you apply KVL, you get this equation. If you apply KVL to base emitter loop, base emitter loop, we get this equation, V naught equal to V in minus VBE. Okay, so how this equation is explained? ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను చూడండి. ఓకే, ఈ నెగిటివ్ సైన్ ఉంది కదా, ఇట్ ఇండికేట్స్ డౌన్వర్డ్ షిఫ్ట్ ఇన్ ద లెవెల్. ఆ డిసి లెవెల్ డౌన్వర్డ్ షిఫ్ట్ ని రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తుంది ఆ నెగిటివ్ సైన్. ఓకే, సో ఇట్ ఈస్ బేసికలీ an emitter follower circuit. In this circuit, the amount of shift obtained is equal to VBE. In this circuit, the amount of shift is obtained is VBE, which is almost 0.7 volts. If it is silicon transistor, which is almost 0.7 volts. If it is germanium transistor, it is almost 0.3 volts. Okay, and Vin is the increased level signal. Already cheppanu ikkada Vin ante enti? Vin is nothing but output of the previous stage along with some DC level. Along with some DC level is the input to this circuit. That is what he explained, right? Here, if Vin is the increased level signal, increased DC level signal, and V naught is the output with reduced level. Okay, so here Vin ante this one, this signal, okay, with some DC level. V naught is nothing but this signal with zero DC level, So what about this shift? Anyone? What about this shift? How much here when come to first circuit? A shift ఎంత ఉంటుందని ఎంత ఇది చెప్పండి? How much it is shift? By observing this equation, how much shift it is? Correct, చెప్పండమ్మా.
0.7.
Right, not 0.7, it is VBE. 0.7 అని చెప్పొద్దు. మీ సిలికాన్ అయితే 0.7 అవుతుంది, జర్మనియం అయితే 0.3 అవుతుంది. రైట్, ఇట్ ఈస్ VBE. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఈస్ VBE. రైట్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద డ్రాబ్యాక్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ సర్క్యూట్? ఎందుకు ఈ సర్క్యూట్ మనం నెక్స్ట్ సర్క్యూట్ కి వెళ్తున్నాం అంటే, ఈ సర్క్యూట్ ఎప్పుడు అప్లై అవుతుందంటే when the DC level shift is less than or equal to 0.7. DC level shift అనేది 0.7 దానికన్నా తక్కువ ఉన్నప్పుడే ఈ సర్క్యూట్ మనం యూజ్ చేయగలం. The shift, DC level shift is more than 0.7, this circuit not applicable. Okay, we have to modify this circuit. We have to modify this circuit to bring the DC level to 0. Okay, the time is running out, so we'll continue in the next class. Okay.